You know what this episode of Ninja Turtles was missing? Some Vin Diesel. You're a mutant, but mutants are still family. Fast and the Furious. Ninja Turtle Drift. Hi, I'm Andre, and I'm a black nerd with another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles episode recap. Turtle power. Race with the demon. The turtles fight a mutant car. I'm not making that up. Donatello, Casey, and April are returning from the grocery store. Donatello and Casey are at it again. Donatello's all mad because he's sitting in the back while Casey Jones is sitting up front driving with April by his side. Ooh, April can still be a thing. April's like, look, I'm tired of y'all fighting over all this. Let's be quiet. And as they get quiet, they get attacked by this demon car. The car runs them off the road and Casey Jones gets mad. Manhood gets challenged. He's like, nah, you can't run Casey Jones off the road. I gotta show him what's what. Man up. Donatello's like, chill, I can help you out. April's like, chill, I don't want to see you get hurt. But Casey Jones is like, no, the door is open. I got to go through it. Donatello gets hurt in a car crash, which gives him the opportunity to pull his smooth Donatello moves on April. He's like, oh, my neck hurting, baby. And she's like, oh, let me give you a massage. He's like, oh, yeah, yeah. And Casey's getting all mad. And look at April's face. Look at April's face when she's giving a massage. She got that look on her face like, oh, that Donnie, he's so crazy. You know what you're doing, April. You tease. April tease. And the other turtles aren't even interested because they're watching Krognard the Barbarian, which, okay, holding a giant jewel in front of him that's like shaped like this, and then Krognard is behind him and he's like trying to pull the jewel out. It's like this. I don't know how Nickelodeon let you get past that one, but I saw what was going on. Kind of reminds me of that part of the He-Man, hey, what's going on? When the Beast Man is behind him and he cries, oh my God, and the cry. And he prays. Casey Jones knows he can't go at this alone. He gets Donatello. He's like, look, dude, I know I don't like you, I know you don't like me, I know we both like the same girl, but get this, I'm dumb, but I can drive. You smart, but you don't get April. So let's work together and make a really cool car. So Donatello and Casey Jones work together to make a new car. And I love the nice reference from the movie in that they were calling each other names alphabetically, just like Donatello and Casey Jones did in the movie, the 1990 movie. Let's make sure I make that clear. And they find that the speed demon is running on mutant gasoline, which they were able to find on the side of the road, and they pick some of that up. Unfortunately, the bottle of mutant gasoline got knocked over by a chicken who drinks some of it and gets a giant brain. I'm not making that up. And when Donatello was looking at the brain of the giant chicken, knowing that Donatello is voiced by Rob Paulson, the voice of Pinky from Pinky and the Brain, I was waiting for, gee, Brain, what we gonna do tonight? But that didn't happen. I am dying to get a Pinky and the Brain reference in Ninja Turtles. So the mutant chicken lays mutant eggs, which they use as fuel for the car. I'm not making that up. And they go after Speed Demon. But then they find out the Speed Demon is not a crazy mutant driving the car. The car is the mutant itself. Bom, bom, bom. Christine eats Donatello, and the mix of the mutant powers of Speed Demon and the mutant powers of Donatello turns him into this giant, evil, Donatello-looking monster whose head looks like the Mad Balls from the 80s. Anyone remember the Mad Balls? Am I really dating myself here? Nothing? Do you know what a popple is? Glowworm? Light, bright, creepy crawlers. I'm gonna leave. Pencil! Casey Jones challenges Donatello's Speed Demon to a race. Fast and the Furious. Ninja Turtle Drift. But in the end, he learns it's not about challenging his manhood, it's about saving his friend. So he gets Donatello out of the car. Speed Demon flies off of the edge, and we're supposedly done with this character. And now Donatello and Casey Jones have been hating each other all this time. They're like slapping hands, high fives, fist bumps. They're buddies! And April and Raphael just look on like, what the heck is going on? And then at the very end, April puts her arm around Raphael. So it's like, oh snap, is this another one? Are we gonna have a Raphael-April matchup? Nah, we probably shouldn't have that because Rapril does not sound like a good name. I am not Team Rapril. So have you noticed that anything's been missing from this episode or maybe some of the other 5 episodes I mentioned before this? We got Turtles, we got April, we got Casey Jones, we got Mutants. The only thing we're missing is Shredder, Karai, the Krang, Tiger Claw, Fish-Faced, Razar, Baxter Stockman, a whole giant invasion that's happening in New York. When do the Turtles go back? We gotta get the Turtles back to New York. Their entire city's being invaded. And what cracks me up is that no one else is talking about this. There's nothing on the news, there's nothing in the papers, nothing online saying like, hey guys, did you guys know that there's a giant Krang invasion happening in one of the largest cities of the world? Well, no, that's not news? Okay, cool. We're just gonna keep talking about Kim Kardashian's butt, I guess, because we don't wanna make notice of the Krang invasion that's going on. I'm not saying I don't like these episodes, episodes, I'm just saying it's time the turtles maybe just sit around a fireplace and a blue Splinter is coming from the middle and goes, I will always be with you, my son. And then they come back to April and Casey hanging out and be like, it's time to go back. And then they go back to New York. This show is just at its best when it's doing those continuing storylines. I don't want a villain of the week because that's gonna make you Smallville. And if there's a last thing that I want to happen in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, is to become Smallville. Play Cousins, I want to hear from you. What did you think of this episode of Ninja Turtles? And if you could own any famous car from a movie, television show, cartoon, real or fictional, what car would you love to have? Thumbs up this video, and if you're new here, tickle that subscribe button. I love you like a Play Cousin. I'm 85,000. Chain chomp, yomp. Seriously, does no one remember Mad Balls?